Hi everybody, how you doing YouTube? Okay, so first of all, as I do with every video, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all my subscribers and to those who have messaged me via email and so forth, found me on Facebook and have sent me a request and message requests via Messenger. Sorry if I've not got back to you all. I do so much and sometimes just get the time to literally go through all of them, but I will eventually get around to going through them all. And what I might do is, to those of you who've asked questions, because I've had loads of questions, I might put them on like a document, print it out, and I might do a video on questions and answers. I'd also like to thank those who haven't subscribed but have viewed the video, if there are any. Because at the end of the day, you do all mean a lot to me, so thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to try not to talk for too long because I realised that in my last video I repeated quite a bit. Maybe it was because I hadn't done a video since last year or a couple of years. So it's basically because I'm really nervous. I know people say to me, my friend Rossi tells me as well, not to be nervous because I'm a natural, apparently. But I just do my best and hope for the best and just hope people will enjoy. So I'm not going to speak a lot, or as I normally do. Now, my video now is going to be the book collection. This video is going to be about the book collection. See, I just done it again. I just repeated. See what I mean? I apologise. I have a nice selection of books, I would say. I don't have as many as I used to have. Over the years I've downsized because, well, I'm not really a big book person, to be quite honest. I enjoy the books that I have got, and I've read every single one of them over the years. One of the best things about getting research is about reading books and documentations and including some of the magazines, depending on where they're from and so forth, and the sources of them. So, yeah. I'll start now. One thing I do want to just quickly say is this video I'll kind of dedicate to my mate Rossi, because Rossi73, that is, because there's a particular collection that I've recently had and I know he's dying to see it. I'll give you just a little quick preview. There we go. There's the preview. I hope you've all enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Tune in next time. I'm just kidding. I'll be showing that one last because I'm going to be going in order of the book collection itself. I'm looking at my shelf now, and I see that the box sets that I haven't taken off the shelf, such as Elvis 77, The Final Curtain. It contains a big book within the box set, but because it contains CDs and DVDs, same with the Elvis That's the Way It Is, The Complete Works. I do apologise for not looking at the camera. Elvis on Tour, Elvis The 6-Day Comeback Special, 50th Anniversary, Elvis That's the Way It Is. Now, I've already shown those in my box sets videos as well, so if you do want to see those, if you go to my videos in my YouTube, in my video section, and find the box sets, you'll see them in that video. So this is just going to mainly focus on the main books. Right. So here goes. This is Elvis, A Truly Incredible Life. Again, I'm sorry about the glare and the reflections. Those of you who have seen my videos before will know now that I use a camera which is on a stand. I know it's going to be a bit hard for me to show you the pages. I know there are videos where people have sort of held the camera down and I'm just showing you the books, but I am sorry. It's just because I got so much. I'd rather show you my collection best way I can. There's another book, Inside Elvis by Ed Parker. Another great book. Something I found witty with this, and quite made me smile when I first read it. was, when you read all the other pages beforehand, you come to this. And you find these sketches. They were pretty cool. Yeah. I'm not going to show you all of them, but oh, there's one right here as well. Great book. Now, as you know, Ed Parker worked for Elvis Presley, and he was one of his close friends. And I think Ed was really one of the quiet ones. That's a really nice one at the back. So, great book, great information. That's another thing as well with research. You know, you read books, and there's tons of research in them. I mean, there's still books I'd like to get. I mean, with me, when I read a book, I sometimes put it on the shelf, and I probably won't look at it for, I don't know, well, for instance, some books I haven't picked up in a few years, apart from to move them around, you know. Anyway, this next book here is Elvis and Me by Priscilla Boyle Presley. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy amongst fans and so forth about Priscilla, but as I've said before, if you're going to put a comment and it's offensive or it's not very nice, it will be removed and you'll be banned. So, there we go. There are no warnings. I'll give you the warnings within the video. So, at the end of the day, you got a private life and you got your out life that everybody knows, you know, your public life. None of us are perfect, not by any means. You know, and Elvis was a human being like us all. And people forget as well, without Priscilla, you wouldn't have Graceland open to the public. Without Priscilla, you wouldn't have the amount of releases we've had over the years, such as the movies, the CDs. I know it's not all down to Priscilla, there are other parties involved, but her signature and everything still has to be on the dotted line. So, you know, without her, we wouldn't have had them. So I respect a lot that she's done. You know, people, you know, so there we go. Right, sadly, that book, when I met her, I didn't take with me to get signed. I wish I had done. Okay, this one is Elvis, His Life from A to Z. I love this book. Now, I sometimes look at this very often. I mean, there's so much about Elvis's life and career that we're not all going to find out everything. I mean, I'm still learning. I'm still studying, I'm still looking into things, and every now and then I will get this book out and I will look at certain things, because this tells you so much information. It is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love this book. It's got all of his movies in here. It's got like, let's go to a particular page. There's so much. Let's try and find something. There is so much information. I'm trying to find something. Trying to find something that's, you know, quite easy for me to explain. Okay, I'll just, one of the things I do know, I'll have to go through it tidy. One of the things I do know is in this book, it tells you stuff like the movies that he had an opportunity to be a part of, the recordings that he was going to do, but he didn't. Different things like that. It's truly an amazing book. Anybody who hasn't got it, I truly recommend you get it. It's His Life from A to Z. I know, you know, like I said, I'll try and show you as much as I can within the books, best way I can, with doing the videos this way. This is something I found quite interesting. I had this as a gift. This is a quote. Quotes of Elvis. Quote. Elvis Presley. I'd probably starve to death if rock and roll died. That's a quote at the bottom. This is a really good book. A really good book. I remember seeing this once in a charity shop, and I remember the shop being closed. And when I went there the day after, because I went the day after to get it, the shop had been open for an hour already by the time I got there, and it had sold. The book had sold, and there's some interesting quotes in here. Here's one of them. Sunshine in Memphis. And it reads, I was doing a show in Memphis and I came on stage and was scared stiff. I did a fast type tune and everyone was hollering, but I didn't know why. When I came off stage, my manager told me they're hollering because I was wiggling. So that's something that Elvis said. And there are also quotes in here as well by other people who was close to Elvis. Like there's one here by Sam Phillips to Marian Kaiser. If I could only find a white boy who could sing like a black man, I would make a lot of money. Different quotes by other people. Scotty Moore. He was wearing a pink suit, white shoes, and a ducktail hairstyle. And I thought my wife was going to go. Sorry, but there was somebody outside. He was wearing I'll say that again. He was wearing a pink suit, white shoes, and a ducktail hairstyle. And I thought my wife was going to go out of the back door. Scotty Moore on the first time he saw Elvis. So again, that's a really great book. Some cool pictures in here as well. Some really cool pictures. Another video that I'm going to do as well at some point. I've got some replica things of Elvis. I've got replica guitars, replica jewellery. I might do a video on that at some point. Okay, so this does contain a CD, but I class this more of a book than anything else. Like a general book. This is also by FTD. This is The Way It Was, an audio-visual documentary by Sheriff Hannah and Ernest Michael Jugorzagan. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. Elvis Presley. Now, I'm told this is very collectible, and I have seen it go for quite a bit of money on eBay in other shops online over the years. This contains the CD, which contains live performances and outtakes, I think, at the back there. This is again a great book. When it comes to Elvis's concerts, I love, and there are a lot of books I want to get. Well, I'll say some books. There are a lot of books I'd like to get when it comes to Elvis's concerts. Sorry, I'm really sorry about the way I'm doing this. Okay, so that's Elvis. That's the way it was. It says on the back a 96. That should say a 96 page, but it says a 96 pages journey through the making of That's the Way It Is. Okay, so that's that. That's the way it was. Right, now I got this as a gift off my children for my birthday. I think it was a bit like a joke type present, but it was all meant in good fun. Now, a lot of the stuff that's like memorabilia kind of things, because I'm not really a big fan of memorabilia. I'm very, very picky on what I buy and what I have. If it's given to me as a gift, however, I always appreciate it. This, I don't really find this tacky. I find this fun. So when I opened my present and it was this, it made me laugh, it made me chuckle, and I had a lot of fun actually looking for him. This is Where's Elvis? This is a really fun book. It's like Where's Wally, only it's like Where's Elvis. And it's got different stuff in it as well, like the Memphis Blues Club. So I'll show you this one page. And basically the object is you got to find Elvis, you know. I'm looking to see if I can just quickly find him to show you where he is. Here he is. Right there. That's supposed to be him. Like I said, there are a lot of stuff that's coming over the years that are tacky. I don't find that tacky. I find this fun. You also got to remember as well that Elvis himself had a sense of humour. And when people would go to his live concerts and they would take like pictures of him, drawings of him, and so forth. And sometimes he'd get them from the audience. There's footage of him doing this. He used to take things from the audience and he used to comment about it, and you know, even take the mickey out of himself. It was all good humour that Elvis had. You know, he never took anything too seriously when came to things like that. He was probably one of the biggest jokers. You know, so I always keep that in mind when I look at certain things. And that I like I said, I thought was really funny and witty. So, and it was a gift as well for my kids, so it remains with me. Okay, this is Elvis Then and Now, official Graceland 25th anniversary collector's edition, free CD inside. Well, there's no free CD inside because it's in with my box of small little like promo discs and stuff like that. Now, although this is like a magazine type book, it's with my main book collection because basically what it is, and I do like it. There's some lovely photographs in here of inside Graceland. This photograph of Elvis's original boots and shoes and homeware. When I was getting my replica guitar made of the J200, this is one of the books I used as well as reference because they showed them there. And as you can see, that's Elvis's SJ200 by Gibson. It's a stunning guitar. I absolutely love it. I'm so proud of the one that I had made because it hasn't got Gibson on the top. No, it's got something else, which you'll see when I do my video. And the white strap, I'm still going to get that made because I've got a white strap now, you know, for the guitar. But I want to get the one made with the exact pattern. So, but these are brilliant. This book is brilliant. The pictures in here are great. So that's something to look out for. This one here, Elvis Presley, 1935 to 1977. I kept this because this is the memorial album. You know, and it's got pictures. Sorry, I better show it you first, haven't I? Now, this is also a songbook as well. It's also a songbook. Because you got put the pictures inside. Different things. Different pictures. You also then, if I flick the news reports, or the paper, the headlines, you know, stuff like that. And then at the back of all of this, oh my goodness. See, this is me not taking my time with things. Right, at the back of the book, you've got the music sheets, you know, Elvis's music. So that's that. The memorial album. I'm sorry that I'm not being informative about like the authors of the book and the people who worked for Elvis and stuff like that. When it comes to books, like I said, I'm not a massive fan. So I try to. I know this sounds terrible, doesn't it? You know, it really does sound terrible. But when I'm reading books, I'm just so engrossed. I never think about them so much afterwards. I think about what I've read, and I just, oh, what a great book this is, and so forth. But because they're part of my collection, I don't know. It's a weird thing, me and books. I guess it stems from when I was a child, because I could never read growing up because I didn't have much schooling because of bullying and stuff, which I won't get into. So yeah, sometimes it can be a little embarrassing at times, but you know. But I can read, and I love the pictures as well in books. So I do enjoy my book collection. Like I said, but I don't really look at them regularly. Only some of them now and then. This is, anyway, let's get back to it. This is the official guidebook, updated and expanded 2nd edition, Elvis Presley's Graceland. I do have the 1st edition as well. Now everything I keep when it comes to book-wise, there's always going to be a particular reason, a specific reason, not just for the information, but other things. Like if I'm correct here, again, this shows you parts of Graceland. It displays the jungle room. Let's go back a bit. It's because I think that's an epic picture of Elvis's guitars. I'm quite gutted that when Elvis's black Gibson Dove guitar was on for sale on auction, that Graceland never bought it back to put it on display, because he gave the guitar away to an audience member at the front in 1975, and they I just thought they would have bought it back. Right, this will probably be one of the main reasons why I kept this. I love this. I've always wanted like my own canvas done of that. And do you know something? I might actually get that scanned in, because that's a high quality, crystal clear photo of the portrait that Elvis had for Graceland. Now, this was Elvis's personal portrait, and that, believe it or not, it isn't exactly finished. It was never finished, but that was the way Elvis wanted it to look. That's just how he wanted it. The story behind it, basically, he had it done, and he went to the shop to get the paint, and he basically the guy turned around and said, this ain't the full story, by the way. The guy said it wasn't quite finished, but he wanted it done, and he wanted it the way it was, and he had it. You know, it was the full story for that is actually on the Graceland, Elvis Presley's Graceland 10th anniversary edition, with Priscilla's hosting it. That's a lovely photo. I love it. So that would be probably the main reason why I kept it, because obviously I've seen Elvis's artifacts in other books, in other documentaries. So that would probably be the main reason why I kept it. Plus there are some cool pictures in there as well. So I might scan that in. I might have my own private canvas made of that. Okay, here's the first one. This is Elvis Presley's Graceland. So again, just like the second one, there's some great photographs. Copies of documentations. This is like the personal gift. This is the poem that Elvis had personally done for Priscilla. And there's a story as well, because no, it doesn't show it on there. It doesn't show it on there. There's a poem that Elvis began to cry when reading it, and he wiped the tears away with his hands, and it became smudged. But as it's not in yet, I won't really give the story on that. But this one, again, it shows you inside Graceland. Different things, explains things as well. So, and again, the reason why I probably kept it is because of the detail about the guitars and stuff like that. I loved Elvis's guitars. And the SJ200 was the first one I fell in love with. Before falling in love with the black Gibson Dove. And some of the others. Right, so that's that. moving on now to, I don't know whether to show you those now and then. Okay, I had some things given to me a couple of years ago. Some scrapbooks, which I absolutely love. These contain original newspaper clippings, not reprints or anything. These are original. And all the details are there. I absolutely love this when I first saw it. And when my friend said that he would give them to me, I was like, oh, thank you so much. There's some as well that opens up. Page 3. some like folded, so that they're not lost. You've still got the entire story. These have been very well put together. Very well put together. There's some that even have been folded over so that you get the whole story. I guess you can kind of tell what I'm doing here, but these are all originals. That, like I said, and they're great. They're a great piece of history as far as I'm concerned. A great piece of history. Now I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, four of these scrapbooks with different things in, and I just think they're absolutely amazing. I really do. And when reading some of these, I remember when I was reading, I was really fascinated by things. So obviously, I'm 33 this year. I mean, I was born in 87. Elvis died in 77. So there's still a lot that came out during that period. There's even like specials. This was like Elvis the Untold Story, and it's stapled in, but then it's the actual book itself. As the book opens up. This is the actual whole entire book. Oh, I'll say book. Newspaper special type thing. Do you know what I mean? You can. And that's the complete brochure, paper. So they were put together very well. I was thinking, but this is Elvis. There's something falling out here. Why is that falling out? I guess that wasn't stuck in. These are different things. That's the back that wasn't stuck in, but they came with the books. Okay. I think it's because of room, to be quite honest, because there's no room to finish them. So that's the scrapbook one, and I got one. I said, 1, 2, 3, 4 together, and they're all sort of like this. They're all filled. They're all the same. Not the same articles, but they're done. You get the gist of it. So that's those. Okay, now we go to 2 books that I've had since I was a kid. They were originally my dad's. Then to give it to my sister. Then I got them. Then they were wrecked. And over recent years I've replaced them. So I've had the actual book since I was a kid, but I haven't at the same time, if that makes sense. Basically, these are replacements, but these are also original versions. They're not reprints or anything like that. It's documentation when I bought them. And this is The Man and His Music. This is a great book. I do like, again, another one. I love them all. But I'm not a big fan of books, as I've said. Again, I'm repeating. I'm really sorry. It's because I'm so used to trying to go into some information and go into detail. But it's hard with books because technically they're all kind of the same. They all feature, a story of his life and how he starts out in music. But there are other information that's not in other books as well, but are in some. So again, they all contain different things. So every book has a story for their own reasons. Make sure I balance that. So yeah, that's Elvis the Man and His Music. Here's another one. This is Elvis, a King Forever. Before Elvis, there was nothing. Without him, there would be no Beatles. John Lennon. Again, this is an original book. Great book to have, again, with so much information. This was actually done by Elvis Lee Yours, which was the fan club in... And they also brought out like brochures and magazines and stuff. It was great. Sadly, it's no longer going anymore. Here is Elvis by the Presleys. This is a great book for looking at sort of artifacts. I mean, there's on the back, for instance, is a pair of his glasses. I love looking at this book. Oh, should I say loved? See, I'm kind of contradicting myself in one sense by saying I'm not really a big fan of books, but then I'm saying I love reading them. I think it's because at the time when I first buy them, first get them, I do enjoy them, but then they put on the shelf, and some of them, like I said, I ain't picked up for a few years at a time sometimes. I think it's because when I've read them, I've kept them part of my collection, because I did enjoy them when I was reading them, and you know, I move on then to doing other things, and I kind of never think about my book collection as much. There's a picture of like mini maze glasses. So again, this was a recent book that, you know, came out in 2005. So I'd say recent, a good few years now, but there we go. So that's Elvis by the Presleys. Oh. One book that I can say that I really, really enjoyed. And this is one of the books that I do take out now and then. Because I love books about Elvis's concerts. And there is still quite a lot of books on Elvis's concerts that I have to get. Or shall I say concert years. And that's one of the books I'm trying to get. The Elvis the Concert Years. 1969 to 1977. And I will get the book. I will get it at some point. This is Elvis Vegas 69. Great book. Great photographs in here. Some great information as well. Some great information. Help me. Some great information, great photographs, information about the concert in 1969, the concert session. Interviews by different people. Pat Boone is one of them, funny enough. So again, all great information on this book. Oh, the pictures just to die for. I love them. Again, I am sorry about the reflection / glare. Darn sun. Right, so that's Elvis Vegas 69. Here's another one that I really like as well. This is by David Parker. This is called Elvis for Everyone. The Essential Guide to the Recorded Music of Elvis Presley. And this is basically about his albums and the compact discs that got released over the years. It does go into the FTDs, but it doesn't go obviously up to date. This goes from, let's see if I can get a date on this. This came out in 2002. So, and these are basically about the albums. So like I said, gives you like information. Okay, if there was albums released on vinyl and CD, what the bonus tracks were, stuff like that, what countries they were from. So I do like things like this, and excuse me, I do apologise. So yeah, again, all different kinds of information about his compact discs. Now, although it doesn't give every album that he did and so forth and everything that's there, it's the big majority of it, including some of the 90s releases as well, which is like An Afternoon at the Garden and stuff like that. It's a brilliant information. Different takes as well that he did is on here. some of the bootleg, well, I say bootleg, the class as import CDs. So they are also in here as well. So again, if you can find this book, another great book to have. And one that I do often take out, again, with the Vegas 69 book. This was bought me by a friend, a really good friend of mine in Sweden, who I did some jobs for when it comes to some private work on some footage and so forth. And he sent me, this guy sent me loads of gifts over the years, and this is one of them. The world knows Elvis Presley, but they don't know me. Elvis's own words to Larry Geller shortly before his death. And this is a great book. And Larry's a great guy as well. I'm friends with Larry. I speak to Larry every now and then. There's some lovely cool pictures in here as well. Some unseen, photographs. There's information. To me, it's all part of studying Elvis. It really is all part of. Oh, goodness me! My Kempo sticker for my guitar. I bought 2 of them. I probably put it in there because I wanted to keep it safe and flat. I forgot I had it in there. Okay, so there we go. I'm sure I got another one somewhere too. So again, who's that? That's Fats Domino in his pajamas, May 2005, that is. 3 months before the Katrina disaster when the water masses destroyed his house. Okay. So again, there's all different information in here. A great story. There's the back. And there's the front again. I'll put my sticker. Oh! Oh! These are falling out too. Sorry, I didn't realise these had fallen out. These are something that they're not Elvis related. But I think of Elvis when I see them. These are good luck charms. Let me show you these. I say good luck charms because the good luck charms are 4-leaf clover. Well, these are real 4-leaf clovers. There's one. They're dried, obviously, because they're quite old and delicate. Technically, I should have these in like a frame or something. But how many people can say they have a 4-leaf clover, a genuine one? Well, I can say I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's a bit short, a bit delicate. And as you can see, they've turned colour and everything because of how old they are. If you look at them closely, you can still see a tint of green. Again, I would have put these in the book. That's a bit damaged, a bit small, but still, it is a 4-leaf. This one here is. If I turn it round, maybe it's like this one's just stuck to the stem. How close if I can put that in? But yeah, the 4-leaf clovers. Oh, no, I forgot about them. Now I know this may sound silly, but obviously when I see them, I think of obviously Elvis's Good Luck Charm song, So yeah. Okay, so they're in there. Go to that book, aren't I? Okay, here's a book that I was trying to get for years, and a few years ago that I finally was able to get hold of it at a good price. This is The Life of Elvis Presley by Sean Schaefer. I love this book. This is quite delicate as well, because of the condition. Now, anybody who knows about this book will know exactly what it's worth. Now, I do know there is another book out by Sean Schaefer of this book. There's like a repress with another book and I believe, now these are all rare photographs. I'm not going to hold this up like I would, I'll just get this one page. But this is basically like a photograph book with the stories in it as well. As you can tell, information about different concerts he was at, and so forth. Some of these photographs are just dynamite, they really are. And I know, like I said, there is another follow-up to this, because this book got republished with another book, and I believe, if I'm correct, it was a 2-book set. But some of these are just, just gorgeous, gorgeous photographs, you know, really is. But this is the original first one that came out, so I'm quite happy to have this in my collection. I will at some point get the other one, but I'll still probably keep hold of this too, because it's an original one. And this here on the front, this is actually a photograph that's on. It's a paper one. It's not like embedded in the leather or anything. It's stuck on, and this is how it originally came out. So yeah, The Life of Elvis, a great book to get. And even though the double sort of version's out there, if you can get this at a good price, I still recommend it, because it's a lovely little collector's item too. Okay, another book that I do like, The Elvis Encyclopedia by David E. Stanley, who was one of Elvis's stepbrothers. And again, I know people have got their opinions, but please, if it's if you're going to put something negative or nasty, just bear in mind you will be banned, and the comment will be removed. I don't have any negativity on the page, or on the channel in comments or anything. I remove the whole lot if it's negative. Like I said, I know people got their opinions, but I want to keep this channel friendly and all above board, etc. So yeah, that's the Elvis Encyclopedia. This was one of the first books that I really enjoyed because of the information about his movies, his albums, recordings, etc. I really do like this book. Even now when I look at it, I remember when I first had it. So again, yes, a great book to have. Sorry, it doesn't have the front cover. It's originally a blue front cover, but it got damaged. So, I'm going to make sure I'm building that up now. This is another fun one. The Ultimate Album Cover Book. And this is just about Elvis's album covers. Bought this in HMV many years ago. Contents, preference, follow the dream, introduction, king of the whole wide world. So these are it gives you a bit of information, and then pictures then of like the Sun singles and so forth. In the 50s, then you've got like albums that were released in, like covers for albums that were released in different countries, etc, etc. I just think this is a really fun book to have. I don't get it out a lot, but I get it out for if I'm asked certain questions or whatever. And that's another thing. See, with the information and the history of Elvis, there's so much to learn. Sometimes you've got to sort of get a book out. It doesn't mean that you don't know. It just means you've kind of forgotten, you know. Yeah, so probably you don't know, but, you know, got to check up on it to make sure you're right on things. You know, because there is so much information about Elvis. You know, so this is just basically about his covers, you know. Some of them I think I'm mad. Some of the designs. Okay, so that's that. The Ultimate Album Cover Book, which don't say on the front, it says only on the spine. Yeah. And that was quite cheap as well. I mean, doesn't, you know, it says UK price £20. I didn't pay that. I had a sticker. I remember it being a sticker. We only paid like £8-9 for it, something like that. It wasn't much at all. Okay, here's one of recent books I had over recent years. This is Comeback 68 Elvis, the story of the Elvis special by Steve Binder. who I'm also happy to say is, again, a friend of mine, who I do speak with now and then on Messenger. This is a great book about the 60th comeback. This came out obviously to commemorate the 50th anniversary. The full story here. I enjoyed reading this book. Very interesting facts. Interesting, find out information, that you can't find anywhere else. So, yeah, great book. A great book. Now, I got told this was limited at the time. I don't know if you can still get it. I mean, it says $36.99 on here, so $37 basically. I know I paid in the region between £30 and £40 for it. So, great book. Okay, here's another one I had. This is exclusive from the archives of the Elvis Presley estate. The King on the Road, live on tour, 1954 to 1977 by Robert Gordon. Now, I do know as well that this has an alternative cover. It has another cover as well. Basically got re-released, reprinted. It's got some amazing photographs in here. From Elvis's early days. Like I said, right up to the years to 77. Now, I guess I could do a book. I guess I could do videos showing every page, like I have seen. So, if you would like me to do that about a particular book, just comment saying that's what you would like me to do. And do you know what? After I finished showing my collection this way, I'll get on to it. I'll put a note out for that, and I'll do that. I'll show you the book by putting the camera down, like I've seen some of the videos on YouTube. So I guess I could still do it. Yeah, that's I could show you every page. I mean, I won't do it all in one video, not all my books, but like one day maybe I'll do one book, then another day I'll do another book. Or if there's any books that you've seen here that you'd like to see all the pages to, just drop me an email at cjhorton@mail.com. And I'll do that. Or you can send me put a comment on this video and tell me which book you'd like to see all the pages to in detail, and I'll do that. So I'll make a note of them, and after I finish everything else I'm doing, I'll do that for you. Okay, so this is another book I really like. This is called Graceland, The Living Legacy of Elvis Presley. Lovely gold right in there. Like the way this is done with the floor plans as well. Again, this is a lovely book. It's got some great photographs in here. So that's Elvis, that's Graceland, The Living Legacy of Elvis Presley. Right. I'm actually making a very, very big pile here, a very big pile, because of the size of some of the books. I'm just making sure that I don't take a risk of them falling. Okay, this one is called The Legend and the Music by John Tobler and Richard Wolff. W.H. Smith. This edition produced exclusively for W.H. Smith, Now, those of you who are overseas, if you don't know what W.H. Smith's is or what store it is, it's a store here in the UK. I think it's in other parts of the world as well. And sometimes they do get exclusive things made. But this says this edition. So it means that I would say there is another version of this with maybe an alternative cover that's available as well. But again, this is still a good book. Usual chapters, an introduction, documentations as well. I like to look at documentations. That's another thing as well I have replicas of documents. I even have the court case file, a copy of the court case file on the release of Elvis 77, The Final Curtain. Who knows, I may go through that at some point, but again, that's also private as well, so I probably won't. I don't know yet. But again, this gives us a lot of information about, well, obviously his life, his music. And if I'm correct, it goes beyond that as well. Because I'm sure it talks about Kurt Russell. I know it's got the Elvis musical, which was here in the UK in London. It's got an article here about Freddie Starr, a British comedian, singer, actor type thing, who absolutely adored Elvis. He really did. Just trying to see if there's anything. No. There's a big article there, obviously, on This Is Elvis, the documentary. So, another great book to have. It's like building a tower of cards. Okay, I know that this is not the first edition of this book. Now, the very first edition of this book is a white book, and it is pretty huge, pretty tall, and I thought to myself when I had it, it was like, I have to see if there's another version of this, because it is way too tall for me anyway. But this is just Elvis Presley, by William Allen. And this is the 20th anniversary edition because it's a smaller and more like a normal size book. This also comes with a CD, which ain't in this edition, but I do have the CD. And it ain't in yet because I haven't stuck it in yet. Because it's normally on the inside. When I had this book, had the CD, but I had to get the CD separate because it wasn't in yet. And I know that there was a CD that's supposed to be with it. And basically I wrote off to the company and they sent me the CD. So all I got to do really is stick it inside, which I just haven't got around to doing. But this is a great book to have. Some great information on your in your about his movies. Some amazing pictures in here again. And they're large, well, they're high quality, you know, they're high definition quality, so if you scan them in, you could, you know, frame them, or whatever you want to do with them. Some pictures in here from, like, 75. Now, I know these are going to probably be in other books as well, but when I had this book growing up as a kid, this was, one of the first books I had to see some of those photographs for the first time. Eeks. Now, bearing in mind, this is a pile up on top, the small ones. Okay, this is quite unusual. I bought a job lot a couple of years ago now, and this book was in it. And this, now I hadn't seen another one like this. And both me and my wife turned around and said about how unusual it was. This is called Elvis Remembered, a 3-dimensional celebration, and it's got the official stamp on it and everything. Now, since I bought this, I have seen another book like this, but before I had it, I hadn't seen any books like it, and I really do think it's pretty cool. You know, let's see if I can open something up and. Okay, here we go. You ready? Oh, there's something there as well. There's these cards, they open up as well. Like at the top of the page here. Stuff like that. So, pretty cool book. There's something here as well. Oh, somebody got the top as well. I didn't forgot about that. The information thing there. I'll be careful when I do this. You won't be able to see the full effect due to how I'm showing it, but show you all of this, I think, because there's not too many pages. Can't go in with it. It's because obviously if you're looking at it, you got to look at it from like sort of that sort of handle type thing. There's something here as well. I'm just checking really. There's something behind here. It's Elvis selling the wedding cake. If I'm correct. Which I think I am. Yeah, this is the last one, last page. How can I focus this? There we go. There's something here, which is like a little... Oh, there we go. This is a... Oops. How difficult to show you. So that's that. Like I said, I hadn't seen one before. So, I thought that was pretty cool. So I decided to keep that. Officially licensed by Graceland. Yeah, we'll tell that from the EPE. Okay, so excuse me. Now this is one of my babies, one of my booties. Those who know me personally will know that the Aloha from Hawaii concert is my absolute. It means it's very sentimental to me because it's the very first time I'd seen Elvis. And heard his voice, and it's just a very sentimental concert to me. Both concerts just as equal, but mainly the thing I love about the Aloha is just everything, you know. So I bought this book. This is Elvis Aloha from Hawaii. This is by Boxcar, 2013. And this is just absolutely amazing to... Again, it's heavy, I'll say that much. It's heavy. And what I loved about this, not only the pictures, but the information. Like the documentations. The behind the scene photos, you know. The photos you'd see like from the crowd. The picture quality is so superior, and let's go back. Okay, if I flick through, because I'm not going to be able to hold this one up tidy, I don't think, not like the other ones, but I guess I could kind of go like this maybe, and just sort of show you. Now I know there is a YouTube video based on just the book. Actually, put my hand there. The colour photographs, black and white photographs. There's one that shows you the set stage. But what I really found interesting, was this type of information. Now this is just one page, I'm glad I came to it. These are photographs, as you can see, of songs for clearance for possible performance for this concert. Also in this book as well are actual set lists that was put together and completed, ready for performance. If I go back, let's see where there's one actually complete. Here it is. If I turn over this page here, again you see there's also other documents of songs that was planned and rehearsed and so forth. There are even some songs I've never heard Elvis even sing before. Like Susie Q, I never heard him sing Susie Q. So some of the songs that was planned for Aloha. I go back, there's songs like Until It's Time For You To Go, I Got a Woman, You Don't Have To Say You Love Me, Love Me Tender, Little Sister, The Wonder of You, One Night With You, Fever was included, Teddy Bear, All Shook Up, My Babe was considered. Some of the others, Born to Loose, or Born to Lose, yeah, Born to Lose. Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me, Without You. My Boy was considered as well. It's Impossible, Susie Q. The 12th of Never. So there was all different types of songs that was considered for this concert, you know. And they were never put in. You know, Post Saladani, Funny How Time Slips Away, Lodi Miss Claudie. It's Impossible, Susie Q. Separate Ways was one of the songs planned. The 12th of Never. So all of these songs that were planned was really, it would have been interesting to see or hear Elvis in the Aloha concerts perform some of those songs. So yeah, here's one of the set lists that was completed, ready to go. And the set list was, because this was, let me take a look here. It says at the top, Elvis Aloha from Hawaii via satellite, VTR Sunday, January 14th, 1973, NBC. Honolulu International Center, Air, Sunday, 14th to the 1st, 73. And the tracks are, it gives us how it is, they planned it all out. Show opening film, Paradise Hawaiian Style, Elvis V.O. Arrival at the auditorium, 2001 Space Odyssey, CC Rider, I Got a Woman, Until It's Time For You To Go, Love Me Tender, You Gave Me a Mountain, What Now My Love, You Don't Have To Say You Love Me, Fever, Love Me, Little Sister, One Night With You, Blue Suede Shoes, The Wonder of You, Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear, Don't Be Cruel, Hound Dog, My Way, then the intros where Elvis introduces his band and so forth, Suspicious Minds, My Babe, Burning Love, A Big Hunk of Love, and Can't Help Falling in Love. So that was a plan already put in, and I'm surprised only now just reading it that American Trilogy wasn't in there. So again, here's a few other tracks. Obviously they were run down where they done like Blue Hawaii, Hawaiian Wedding Song and No More for the original the satellite broadcast when they done the post songs. And also planned with those, because we know we done Blue Hawaii, we know we done Hawaiian Wedding Song, we know he done Kukuipo, we know we done Early Morning Rain, we also know they done No More, which they're on the DVD editions that are out there. What was also planned, but wasn't done, was the songs, these particular songs, but they were done for music type videos that were inserted with the broadcast version, and when it was finally released many years later, again, they were left out and just kept as like bonus sequences and so forth. What was also planned that wasn't done was Sandcastles, Tender Feeling, Am I Ready? The song called Am I Ready? Heartbreak Hotel, Proud Mary. So again, there was different How Great Thou Art, Separate Ways. I've already mentioned that. Impossible. I'm assuming that that should be It's Impossible. For the Good Times, The Impossible Dream, Heartbreak Hotel, All Shook Up, You've Lost That Love and Feeling, Proud Mary, Never Been to Spain, 12th and Never. You know, so I'm reading all these, and these are all songs that were put down ready for ready to to do. So again, information like that. That's another reason why I love these books. The information is just absolutely awesome. So that's Aloha from Hawaii by Boxcar, and it's the 40th anniversary celebration. So excellent book if you haven't got it. Right. So Rossi, we're coming up to it, mate. We're coming up to it. Don't you worry. We're coming up to that box set. Here's one of my other latest books. This is Elvis Now in Person, The International Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada, July 31st to August 28th, 1969. This book here. This, again, is another epic book on the concerts of 1969. I absolutely love this book. I've got to be honest. Absolutely love it. I'm going to take this out of the protected cover. So this is sort of, again, like the other one, but it's giving information out. Information. And my wife has just got back. It shows like the signature of the International Hotel, the deal being made when you went to look at the when it was still in the construction. So you got all these photographs here for the first time. Some of them are unpublished until this book. The information. I tell you what, reading this book was really tough because I was trying to get some information very quickly, and but the pictures in here are just absolutely amazing. Like I said, I can't go through the whole book, but I love I love reading about the information about songs and different things, music wise, performance wise, how he was feeling. And when I met Priscilla, I asked her a few questions. When I met Priscilla for the first time, because I met her twice, I asked her a lot of questions about. I say a lot, a good few questions, I should say, about the 1969 period. This advertises this set here, which I'm about to show you. And this will be the last book that I do show you. The last thing I show you in this video. It'll be this book. So let me just put my protected cover on. So yeah, that's Elvis in Person, The International. Great book. So try to get it. It was again. I was told this was limited. I don't know how. Yeah. Right. And that's it. I don't think there's anything else now for me to show, is there? I mean, I've got this box set here I could show, but will I? Okay, all right. You win, Rossi. You win. Sorry to everybody else who don't know Rossi 73. He's my good bro, and yeah, he wants me to show this book set. So here we go. I had photographs with this book set, 18 bonus photos. There they are. And now I'll show you the books. There we go. Hope you enjoyed. I don't know. I think I can gesture watching now, thinking, "Hurry up, you!" Yeah. All right. So I'll start off first by showing you the 18 bonus photographs. This is to celebrate the 50th anniversary of That's the Way It Is. It was a summer festival. There's 3 volumes, and I'll talk about the books in a second. First of all, I'll show you these bonus photographs. Now, during That's the Way It Is, maybe some of you will know this, maybe some of you won't. During That's the Way It Is, Elvis, doing the rehearsals, and obviously the cameras was everywhere with Elvis, but there was one rehearsal that he wanted where there was no film cameras. It was just him and his band, because he wanted to really concentrate on what he was doing, his work, and he couldn't fully concentrate 100% with the cameras around. He just wanted no distractions with like producers that was around and directors and so forth. He just wanted to be on his own with his band, doing what he did best and what he loved, which was rehearsing and making sure that his work was 100%. So he never wanted any cameras. There was a few photographs that were taken during this rehearsal. There was also a audio recorder that was taken in, and the rehearsal was recorded audio wise. And I gotta be honest, I love looking, and just by looking at these photographs, you can tell from the. This is this one. I'll try and show as close up as I can. You can tell by looking at these particular shots, just the purity of how professional Elvis was. There's a lot that can be said for looking at a photograph. Now compare these photographs with the photographs in his red shirt that, where the cameras was allowed to go and film, and you see the footage during the movie of That's the Way It Is. And also comparing them with photographs and shots that was done during the early rehearsals where he was, wearing the multicolour shirts. You look at photo stills from those and then these, and you can definitely tell a lot just by looking at him, how sort of relaxed, content. You can see just by looking at it into his eyes, you can really tell something, They speak a lot of high volumes, and although he was a professional throughout all the performance, the rehearsals, because you got to remember he wanted it to be 100%. There was no 50%. There was no 60%. He wanted his shows to be 110%, and he always gave it his all. And for him to request no cameras to film a particular rehearsal, it kind of does say a lot about him as an artist as well as just a singer or an entertainer. It showed that he wanted to really focus and gave that time, and he knew that he could do it within that rehearsal, clearly. Otherwise, he would have asked for other rehearsals to be non-filmed. So looking at these photographs, I'm really glad that, because before there was only like 1 or 2. I'm glad, I know there's 3 here. There is another few that's also in the book. I'm glad that these have surfaced because, it's funny. Some people think I'm crazy when I'm speaking like this, but you can tell a lot by looking at the photographs, because they tell the story of how he was, and just his work. And thing is, even when I look at other photographs, obviously this is like an action shot where he's doing something here, because that's this one. Actually, anybody know what it would be? Now, even in these shots, you can tell he's working. You can tell even by watching the footage that he's working hard, and he knows what he's doing. But there is a difference. There is a slight difference, Now, I haven't actually got through this book yet, this book set. This is one book set I'm still working through. Like I said, these are bonus photographs I had with the set. Did anyone else? Has anybody else got this box set, and did anyone else have the bonus photographs? I'm not sure that everywhere we're doing them with the bonus photographs. Oh, excuse me again. I do apologise. It was during these rehearsals where Elvis was playing the SJ200 guitar that I absolutely fell in love with it. I remember when I was a kid, my mother got me my first guitar. I remember taking it home, and it was actually for a Christmas present. I didn't realise. But I remember bringing it home, and I remember taking it out of the box. I remember going up to the place to get it, brand new. And I remember it was dark by the time we got back home. But I went in the front room, I got it out of the box, I put That's the Way It Is VHS on the video player, and just sat down and put it right at the beginning, right to where those rehearsals were, and I just tried to copy and mimic and everything. And I remember my mother finally coming into the room going, "Oh, what are you doing? That's a Christmas present. I'm going to send that to Santa." Send it to Santa, meaning hiding it under my sister's bed. And I found it. So every now and then I would go in when she didn't know, when I'd get it out of the bed and sneak it back without her knowing. So yeah. The other thing I fell in love with as well through That's the Way It Is with the microphone that Elvis used. Now this one here, this shot here, this wasn't filmed, and this actually was not part of the That's the Way It Is concerts. He's wearing the fringe suit, yes, like he wore many times actually in 1970. But this shot isn't taken from the That's the Way It Is performances. It was taken obviously around the same time, but it's not part of That's the Way It Is. So I don't really know why they include it, but maybe it's just because of the suit. Because the microphone as well, and different things, that belt. So no, I wonder why that was part of them. And there's a few things like that, funny enough. Got an action shot of you of the concert. What's that? Ooh, cheers, love. My lovely wife bringing me up a nice cup of coffee. Another one here. But yeah, I used to be a little sneak with the guitar when I was younger. But yeah, I fell in love with the microphone that he used to use too. That sounds silly, doesn't it? Fell in love with a microphone. Which I've actually got the same model microphone that he used doing That's the Way It Is, and throughout the 70s. The actual famous mic that everybody really focuses on, which is this one, is called the Electro Voice RE15. But he also used the Electro Voice RE10 as well, which both microphones look identical. And he used both of them for many, many years, off and on. In 1972, early 72, when you had the microphone with the black sponge on the top of the windshield, that was mainly the RE10. A lot of people may not know that, but that's also another reason why people don't really know, because they always associate with the RE15. Anyway, now we come to the books. Now there are 3 volumes, and volume 1 is the MGM rehearsals. Now these are heavy books. The one thing I hate is the spine. I'll get to that once I finish showing you the book and put it back in the set. These are absolutely... This is absolutely fantastic. Well, they're all fantastic, really. Again, I can't go into all of them. There's some information here about the concerts. Some photographs here. I am showing you the right one, aren't I? Yeah, the rehearsals. So some basic information. Documentations. Again, like I said, I love looking at documentations. As you can see, I'm getting to the rehearsal side of things. Some lovely, stunning photographs. Absolutely stunning. They're not all black and white, they are colour ones. I'm just seeming to be hitting the black and white pages right now. Oh, come on, give me on a colour page. Oh, okay. Now I haven't, like I said, I haven't looked right through this yet. So again, they could all be black and white. Well, obviously they're not, but yeah, that's that. I'm really sorry I can't show you the actual pictures of the books beside you. Now that's volume 1. Now, if like I said, if you want me to, I will do individual books where I put the camera directly on the books for you. Okay, so this is volume 2, the Las Vegas rehearsals and opening night. Again, another one of those pictures. Now, I got a confession. Well, it's not really a confession. I haven't actually looked through these books tidy at all. But I know about the information that's in them. Because I've quickly flicked through them all, but not taken great care to detail of what's in them, because I'm still going through the first one. Yeah. There they are, loads. I'm trying not to go through it all, like I said. Just trying to flick through as quick as I can, as gentle as I can. But this collection is it's a great set, all in all. I mean, just when you read up on it, you find out what it's all about. You know, it's just an amazing set to have. So again, see, there's more photographs with the blue shirt. Oh, I'm so looking forward to getting to these, because, like I said, here's the opening night. So that's kind of what's in there. So that's volume 2. The box set's been really well put together, but there's something though I don't get, which I will get to in a second. You know, I'll show you what I mean. It could just be it's obviously just the way it was done. But anyway, number 3, volume 3, the concerts. These are heavy, just trying to hold these up. Oh. Goodness me. Whew. I like the way they've done the film cells as well. Well, the picture shows saying film cells. It's obviously an original hat. And these were the concepts. I personally think these are just absolutely epic. I really do. To me, there's no greater books out there than the concert ones. Don't get me wrong, you know, like I said, books are not my specialty. They're not my bag, but there are exceptions. Rossi, this is your fault. You wanted to see the books. Well, these ones anyway. And yeah, to all of my viewers, if you see any like sarcastic comments on you between myself and Rossi, it's just because we're just having some fun. Nothing's taken literally. It's all in good fun and good humour. Like he put a comment on my video last night about my footage, saying that it looks like his. It's all in good fun. It's nothing nothing to be taken to heart. Yee! I'm sorry it's not close up. I'm struggling now, I am, because these are heavy. Okay, so that's volume 3. Well, what I find odd is obviously the way these were done, as in spine-wise. What was in there? That's what it came. When you think of a Celigus, right, it's sort of... This is the spine of the actual main box itself. There's the spine when the books are in it. And it kind of, the way it's done, it's like if it's like an unfinished sort of picture type thing. And I just kind of thought it'd be, like a little picture going across, or for them to say like volume 1, 2 and 3. I mean, that's the only thing I would say that don't make sense to me, but other than that, oh my god. Oh my goodness, these are heavy, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't know if I think they're more heavier than the final curtain myself. But yeah, that's, oh, I forgot to show you this. One last thing I'm going to show, but anyway, that's the way the summer festival. If you can get your hands on it, go for it. Same with the international book as well. Get it, because they're brilliant books. There we go, Rossi, done it for you, mate. Alright, is that good for you? You'll kill me later. Love you really though. Okay, so I'd like to show you this. This is the last thing. I meant to show you this as we went along, but I'm only showing you because it's an exclusive DVD and book set. This is Elvis the King. Now, my favourite movie is Tickle Me, because I think it's different from all these other movies. I think it's funny, I think it's witty, and I know a lot of people don't like, I know a lot of fans have got their own views about Elvis's movies. I mean, in general, I love them all, do you know. There are movies, however, that I think are a little bit cheesy, but in a good way, and I still watch them from time to time, and I still find them enjoyable. There are some movies I like watching more than others, I guess. So this is something that I've got this movie already as its own DVD on the shelf, but my wife found this and picked this up for me very cheap at a boot sale, and it comes with a book by Todd Slaughter. This is the Elvis Archives, Elvis's life and career illustrated with over 100 rare or exclusive photographs. So that's this one here. I mean, if the DVD in this set was any other DVD, I probably would take the book out and just keep the book. But it's with Tickle Me. It's a nice little set. And Tickle Me is actually one of the ones that's got its own design cover, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, basically that's my book collection. I do have a, like I said, I do have a file, well, a box file, should I say, and you open it up and it's got like documentations in there, replications of letters and so forth. It's got a copy of the court case file of the 77 Final Curtain box set. But I probably won't show you that. But I should say I'll show you, but I won't read it. You know, too much to read on that one. A good read, mind I'll be honest with you. You could get it online for quite some time, and now I think they've taken it off. But yeah, that's my main book collection. Like I said, books with box sets such as The Final Curtain, The Complete Works, the Elvis on Tour book. If you go to my box sets video, you'll see those books there. Because obviously I show you the CDs and the DVDs that comes with the sets, and also the booklet as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you will enjoy my next video, which I don't know what to do. I really want to do my Elvis DVDs again, because I wasn't happy with the first one that I did, so I deleted it. I've kind of changed a few things as well, because things have been edited. I've actually had some new buys as well. I've bought a few new things. I've had a few new things bought me as well. So I don't know what to do for my next video. My CD collection, even though I've done two of those CD videos, there are some new CDs I've sort of put in and everything. Some things have changed. So I don't know what to do next. I really, however, like I said, I really want to do my DVDs again. So that may be my next collection video, is back on the DVDs. And they're all in sections. Well, sorry, I'm sort of looking at them now, just thinking as I'm looking. I got movies and live DVDs. That's one section. Then you've got like documentaries and specials. Then you got sort of like bio movies, and then you got tribute and bio movies, and fantasy movies. Fantasy movies are movies like Heartbreak Hotel and Bubba Hotep. So yeah, they're like fantasy movies. Then you got bio movies like Elvis the Movie with Kurt Russell and Elvis and the Booty Queen and so forth. So yeah, probably the DVDs will be my next video. So I hope you've enjoyed, and there will be some other Elvis footage being uploaded as well, some concert footage and some full documentaries and so forth. But other than that, take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon.